court. On news, the special counsel's investigators were split on the issue of obstruction. CBS's Paula Reed.
Barr has defended himself and promised to release a fuller version of the report by mid-April. The Justice Department said every page of the report may contain material protected under law, such as confidential grand jury information, and must be reviewed.
Police in Kentucky say it was not Timothy Pitson, the boy from Illinois who's been missing for 8 years. The imposter, a 23-year-old ex-con. Aurora, Illinois Police Sergeant Bill Ralphie.
I feel terrible for the grandmother and the aunt and the father. As a parent myself, I feel for them that this is yet another time where they've had their hopes raised, potentially, and I really feel bad for them.
A couple of amicable exes in Amazon land. The Bezos have sealed their divorce deal. CBS's Jerika Duncan.
Mackenzie Bezos posted that she was, quote, grateful to have finished the process of dissolving my marriage with Jeff. She was giving all her interest in the Washington Post and rocket company Blue Origin to her soon-to-be ex-husband.
News of the split broke with the revelation of Jeff Bezos' affair with former TV anchor Lauren Sanchez. The S&P is up 4. This is CBS News.
You have enough things to worry about every day. Insurance shouldn't be one of them. You can leave worry behind when Liberty stands with you. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Who's a sweetheart? Who's Auntie Sprintern's pal? You are. Oh, Donna, he's so cute.
Thanks, isn't he? Ugh, I wish my wireless bill were cute. I hate opening this thing every month.
Stop overpaying for wireless and upgrade to the brilliant iPhone XR with Sprint.
Why?
Because Sprint will give you both an unlimited plan and the brilliant iPhone XR lease for just $35 per month.
Both? For that price?
Both.
Was that the baby?
How did he say that without teeth?
Right now at Sprint, get an unlimited plan and an iPhone XR lease for just $35 per month. And there's no trade-in required. Visit a Sprint store, sprint.com, or call 800-SPRINT-1.
Phone $15 per month after $16.25 per month. Credit applied within 2 bills. Requires 18-month lease. If you cancel early, remaining balance due after 4/30/2020. Pay $32 per line with auto pay for unlimited basic. One Hulu ad-support plan per account. Coverage not for not available everywhere. Excludes taxes, fees, and roaming. Speed maximums. Use rules 3 to activation fee and restrictions apply.
Save yourself the expense and don't flush this stuff.
Popular Science Magazine's Amy Schellenbaum tells Inside Edition,
a lot of people consider their toilet like a garbage can, and they think if it flushes, you're good to go. That's not the case.
She says don't flush dental floss, Q-tips, prescription drugs, feminine products, human hair, and the number one, baby wipes, even if they're called flushable. They'll go down, but they end up sometimes clogging wastewater treatment plants. Matt Piper, CBS News.
Long before Miley Cyrus, there was Billy Ray, and her country music star dad is back.
Take my horse to the
Billy Ray Cyrus co-stars on a remix of Lil Nas X's Old Town Road, a viral hit that was removed from the Billboard country charts. The new version was released early this morning, and it's already trending. Fans accused Billboard of racism because the rapper's black. Cyrus defended him. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
If you need anything from a simple home repair to a major remodel, you need to know about Home Advisor. It's a totally free service that instantly connects you with top local service pros.
Home Advisor is a very easy way to find a home contractor, and for me, it's the only way.
You can use Home Advisor for everything. Your house cleaning, your painting.
Electricians, plumbers, handymen. We've had nothing but fabulous every single time.
Just select the type of work you need done, and Home Advisor's Pro Finder technology instantly finds top pros in your area. You can read customer reviews of the pros, even use their cost guide to find out what hundreds of other repair and improvement projects cost in your area.
I think everybody should use Home Advisor. In fact, I tell everybody to use Home Advisor.
Home Advisor is a total solution to any type of work you would ever want to do around your house.
And best of all, it's completely free. Go to homeadvisor.com or download the free app.
Home Advisor.
Experience no-hassle shopping at Ford's Furniture in Bowling Green and Glasgow. Ford's Furniture. Furniture you know. People you trust.
Good morning, everyone. 6:06 right here on WCLU this Friday morning. It is April the 5th and 51 degrees right now. Let's go ahead. We're ready to check up on the weather forecast this morning. Ray Stajic on staff for the Weather Channel here on WCLU. And we'll see about your weather forecast. And then we'll check up on the radar and current conditions when we get back.
Showers from overnight continuing to push away. I don't think we'll see much left here as we head on through the morning hours. We'll have milder weather come in as we look ahead toward the tail end of the upcoming weekend also, and probably stay mild here with thunderstorms back into the forecast, so it's got a look and a feel and a sound like springtime. It's supposed to, though, right? So low 70s yesterday, replaced by about 70 degrees today. May see a lingering shower early, most of us dry. Cloudy into the afternoon, and a good night for your Friday night out. Mainly cloudy but dry, and then overnight 52. Tomorrow, mix of clouds and sun early. Clouds on the increase later, 73. Thunderstorms come in Sunday, highs upper 70s. More scattered storms Monday, low 70s. Mix of clouds and sunshine Tuesday with highs in the mid-70s. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
All right, thank you, Ray. 6:07 right now, taking a look at your in-studio forecast. Not much rainfall going across South Central Kentucky right now. And we see a little bit of a blue and green patch going across Somerset right now into the Corbin area and down in Tennessee. They're getting some over in the eastern or southeastern part of the state. Chattanooga is about to get hit with a little bit of a storm. But for right now, though, here in the South Central Kentucky area, Warren County's clear, Barron County clear, and Hart County and all surrounding counties are clear this morning right here on WCLU. Now taking a look at your current conditions right now, humidity is at 97%. Calm winds here in South Central Kentucky. Barometer's at 30.03, and we've had 0.36 inches of rainfall here in the past 24 hours here in South Central Kentucky. Coming up next here on the airwaves, we have got the latest edition of Live and Local News. Brennan Crane joins me in studio here on WCLU this Friday morning to let us know what we need to know. Coming up next here on WCLU. Good Morning Live.
Nursing is one of the most rewarding careers because nurses save lives every day. TJ Regional Health is looking for nurses who like to make a difference each and every day. Come and be a part of the future at TJ Regional Health by joining our amazing nursing staff today. We offer sign-on bonuses, student debt relief, flexible schedules, and a great retirement plan. For more information, call the Human Resources Department at TJ Sampson Community Hospital or go online tjsampson.org.
You know you can depend on WCLU for local news on the air, online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
Good morning. For WCLU, I'm Brennan Crane reporting. When Metcalfe County students return from spring break on April 8th, there will be a new school resource officer to greet them. The Metcalfe County School District will now have 2 school resource officers. Officer Charles Massey is the new school resource officer at Metcalfe County Elementary School. Officer Josh Neal will remain the school resource officer at Metcalfe High School and Metcalfe County Middle School. The Metcalfe County Board of Education approved at its December meeting adding a school police department to the district called SLEO, which stands for Special Law Enforcement Officer. The certified officers will have jurisdiction on school grounds and at some school events held off campus. This is a continuation of implementing ideas from the community forum hosted last spring. District Safety Coordinator Chris Huffman says those efforts will continue. Quote, "We are regularly looking for practical solutions that will increase our campus safety," Huffman said. Adding an additional resource officer and developing an SELO program is just one program of a long-term effort. Both Officer Neal and Officer Massey were former deputies at the Metcalfe County Sheriff's Department. Last Tuesday, the Metcalfe County Sheriff's Office initiated an investigation into the theft of an ATV from a resident on Columbia Road in Metcalfe County. Information received during the course of the investigation led to the recovery of the ATV. On Monday, the ATV was located on Slater Road in Metcalfe County. As a result, Franklin W. Jones, 24 of Edmonton, was arrested and charged with receiving stolen property under $10,000. He was lodged in the Barron County Jail. Further investigation resulted in the arrest of Ricky A. Jones, 20 of Edmonton, on Wednesday. Ricky was charged with the offenses of burglary, third degree, and theft by unlawful taking $500 or more. Ricky Jones was previously lodged in the Adair County Jail. Deputy Jared Still is the lead investigator and arresting officer. He was assisted by other members of the Metcalfe County Sheriff's Office and KSP Trooper Ricky Cross. On this morning's 911 activity report, there was an accident with injury on Park Ridge Road yesterday at 3:14 in the afternoon, and at 3:52 p.m. yesterday on Happy Valley Road and Pin Oak Lane there was an accident with injury, and there was an accident with injury on Siloam Road last night at 10:10 in the evening. EMS, Barron County Sheriff's Office, and the East Barron Volunteer Fire Department all responded. A day of false hope was given way to to questions about why a man would claim to be an Illinois boy who disappeared 8 years ago. The FBI declared the man's story a hoax Thursday, one day after he identified himself to authorities as Timothy Pitson, who disappeared in 2011 at age 6. Newport Police Chief Tom Collins identified the man to ABC as 23-year-old ex-convict Brian Reaney of Medina, Ohio, who was released from prison less than a month ago after serving more than a year. The man had told police he's Timothy and escaped from men who held him captive. Timothy vanished after his mother killed herself at a hotel and left a note saying her son was safe with people who would care for him and he would never be found. The father of a 1-year-old found dead after a Kentucky house fire is accused of leaving the boy inside a washing machine. WKYT-TV cites the arrest citation for 26-year-old Von Brock in a Thursday report. The citation says Brock told investigators he was unaware Joseph Brock was in the appliance. It says Brock had smoked a joint and fell asleep on the couch with Joseph. He awoke to flames and smoke but couldn't find Joseph. The citation says investigators asked if Joseph had been misbehaving, and Brock said yes, but wouldn't answer more questions and requested to speak with a lawyer. Before his arrest Wednesday, Brock was last seen running from the fire Saturday at a London mobile home.
With your investment decisions, if you are unsure about your decisions, give the Fouch Wealth Advisory Group, Sam Dickinson or Brian Basinger, a call at 270-651-2663. Investment counseling since 1854. Securities offered by JJB Hillier W. Alliance LLC. Member NYSE, SIPC, and FINRA. Investing in securities involves risks.
Head into BG Tire before April the 18th and get a deal on a set of Michelin tires. BG Tire is way more than just tires. Even use your tax refund, because right now buy any set of 4 Michelin passenger or light truck tires and receive a $70 MasterCard reward card after rebate submission. BG Tire, your trusted full-service auto center for alignments, oil changes, and brake service. Across from BG Home Furnishings on Lovers Lane and Bowling Green. Hurry, because offer ends April 18th.
The Glasgow City Council will have its first April meeting on Monday night at 7 p.m. in the City Council chambers. There are several items on the agenda, but one being the first reading of an ordinance increasing the amount of funds contributed by the City of Glasgow for economic development from $60,000 to $120,000 to be included in the budget for the fiscal year 2019 to 2020. A federal appeals court has upheld the constitutionality of a Kentucky law requiring doctors to perform ultrasounds and show fetal images to patients prior to abortions. The 2-1 ruling Thursday by a 6th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals panel is a victory for Kentucky's Republican Governor Matt Bevin. The 2017 law was challenged by the state's last remaining abortion clinic. The law was struck down in a lower court, prompting Bevin to appeal. The majority opinion said the law doesn't violate a doctor's First Amendment rights. It also said ultrasounds provide, quote, relevant information. Kentucky's law would force doctors to describe the ultrasound while the pregnant woman listens to the fetal heartbeat. Women could avert their eyes and ask to have the sound of the heartbeat turned off. Kentucky officials say regional community forums scheduled this month will allow people to discuss ways to improve outcomes for children and families involved in the foster care system. State officials say forums are scheduled for Monday in Owensboro and Tuesday in Madisonville in western Kentucky. Citizen foster care review boards in the region are hosting the forums. Officials say 6 regional community forums are scheduled statewide through April 18th. Tom Stevenson, chairman of the Kentucky CFCRB, says the forums are a chance for people to talk about what can be done to make the system better for thousands of children and families. The forums stem from the enactment of 2018 legislation to address issues with foster care and adoptions. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet says while flowers are blooming along Kentucky's roads, so are illegal signs. Starting next Monday, crews will begin removing those signs, so businesses, candidates, realtors, and anyone who uses roadside signage are being warned not to place signs on the state right-of-way. Kentucky law prohibits placement of unauthorized signs on state right-of-way unless otherwise permitted. State law requires highway personnel to remove all illegal signs. This also applies to signs are attached to utility poles on the right-of-way. highway. Enforcement of the sign prohibition can be difficult because right-of-way boundaries vary by highway and location. All signage should be behind sidewalks. In areas without sidewalks, all signs should be behind the ditch line, and outside areas commonly mowed or maintained by highway crews. Often utility poles will mark the edge of the highway rights-of-way. On 4-lane highways with controlled access or limited access, no signs should be placed on the highway side of the fence line or the fence. Essentially, any area that would normally be mowed by state crews or contractors in summer months is part of the right-of-way, even if it's commonly mowed by the adjacent property owner. State highway crews will be clearing illegally placed signs in areas that have work zones for normal highway maintenance activities. 617, 51 degrees at WCLU. I'm Brendan Crane.
At U.S. Bank, just picture what you can do at a low home equity rate. Cook up a new kitchen, say I do to the perfect wedding. If you can picture it, you can do it with a U.S. Bank home equity line of credit. Apply today at your local U.S. Bank. Visit usbank.com. Go ahead, bring your dreams to life. You've got the strength of U.S. Bank behind you. All of us serving you. U.S. Bank member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Glasgow consists of over 8,000 homes and businesses, with a power and broadband grid consisting of 11,452 poles and 1,437 miles of electric and cable lines that are all powered by the Glasgow Electric Plant Board. The Glasgow EPB also has 5,700 cable modems across Glasgow, providing customers with high-speed internet access. The Glasgow EPB manages all of these great services with a staff of less than 50 people that are dedicated to connecting Glasgow to the future. Stay up to date with the Glasgow EPB today on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on GlasgowEPB.net.
From the Kentucky News Network, I'm Jaleesa Chatzman. A federal appeals court has upheld a Kentucky abortion law.
The law requires doctors to perform ultrasounds and show fetal images to women prior to an abortion. It was struck down in a lower court, prompting Governor Bevin to appeal. In the latest ruling, the court said the law did not violate a doctor's First Amendment rights, adding ultrasounds provide, quote, relevant information. In a statement, Governor Bevin applauded the decision, saying it, quote, affirms the common sense notion that patients should be well equipped with relevant information before making important medical decisions. I'm Haley Hansen.
The family of an Illinois boy who went missing in 2011 is devastated after learning he hadn't been found safe in Kentucky. Timothy Pittson's aunt, Kara Jacobs, said it was extremely disappointing to learn her nephew was still missing.
It's devastating. Yeah. It's like reliving that day all over again. And Timothy's father is devastated once again.
DNA tests show the person found Wednesday morning on a street corner in Newport, Kentucky, isn't 14-year-old Pittson, but rather 23-year-old Brian Michael Rennie. An arrest citation says the father of a 1-year-old found dead after a Kentucky house fire is accused of leaving the boy inside a washing machine. The citation says 26-year-old Vaughn Brock of London told investigators he was unaware Joseph Brock was in the appliance. And the American Battlefield Trust is working with volunteers in Kentucky to clean up 18 battlefields and historic sites in the state as part of Park Day. Park Day is set for Saturday. The organization says thousands of volunteers across the country will work to clean up and revitalize 160 historic sites in 32 states. Workers perform mostly outdoor activities ranging from raking leaves to painting and gardening. I'm Jaleesa Chatzman.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Kentuckians are always on the move, whether you're driving down the road for a gallon of milk or flying across the country. Kentucky's new driver's licenses will get you there more securely than ever before. Rolling out by county starting this April. All cards will arrive in the mail. Choose between a standard license or a U.S. air travel and military base approved voluntary travel ID license. Preparing now will save valuable time later when you renew at your local circuit court clerk office. Learn what documents to bring at drive.ky.gov.
If you're itching to shake off the winter blues, jump headfirst into spring at Kentucky's diverse state parks. Enjoy full-service resort lodges, cozy cottages, and scenic campsites for your whole crew, or just for two, plus top-rated golf courses and breathtaking lakes, perfect for exhilarating adventures or peaceful escapes. Put a little spring back in your step in the Bluegrass State. Plan your Kentucky State Parks getaway today at parks.ky.gov.
South Central Kentucky Monuments in Glasgow wants you to know that if you've recently lost a loved one or if you're thinking about a pre-need monument, they're here to make the process as stress-free as possible. With plenty of examples and a multitude of custom options, South Central Kentucky Monuments has the ability to offer you exactly what you want or help steer you in the right direction based on your preferences. Let my friends David and Adam Jesse provide the service and craftsmanship you deserve. To learn more, visit southcentralkymonuments.com.
And local funeral announcements for this hour. Larry Thurman, 61 of the Heston community of Monroe County, passed away Thursday, April the 4th at his home. Funeral arrangements will be announced later when finalized by the McMurtry Funeral Home. Sherry Beth Goldsmith Poole, 38 of Gamblesville, died Saturday at her home. She was a former manager and stay-at-home mom and was a member of the Park City Baptist Church. She is survived by her mother, Loretta Hope Cassidy of Park City, and stepfather Billy Cassidy of Park City. Two sons, Chance Goldsmith and Jewett and Logan Poole, both of Cave City, and two sisters, Stacy Branham of Cave City and Nikki Cloyd of Lexington. One nephew, Grant Branham of Cave City, and two half-brothers, Joey and Mark Goldsmith, both of Louisville. Funeral services for Sherry Beth Goldsmith Poole will be held at 2 p.m. on Sunday at the Patton Funeral Home's Park City Chapel, with interment to follow in the Evergreen Cemetery. Visitation will be from 2 until 8 p.m. on Saturday and from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. on Sunday. James Robert Jimmy Ennis, age 71 of Edmonton, passed away Wednesday at the T.J. Sampson Community Hospital in Glasgow. He was a retired farmer and of the Baptist faith. He is survived by his wife, Ruby Bird Ennis, and two sons, James Ennis of Knoblick and Scotty Ennis of Columbia, and two daughters, Tracy Glass of Edmonton and Lanita Polson of Glasgow, and two brothers, Wendell Ennis of Edmonton and Dalton Ennis of Knoblick. Three sisters, Gail Hayes of Horse Cave, Ellen Bowles of Edmonton, and Donna Jewell of Bowling Green. 11 grandchildren and 8 great-grandchildren also survive. Funeral services for James Robert Jimmy Ennis will be held at 2 p.m. on Friday at the Butler Funeral Home, with burial to follow in the Mount Moriah Cemetery. Clara Erline Compton, 93, died peacefully at Magnolia Village in Bowling Green on Tuesday. She was employed by the Eaton Corporation as a machine operator and was a member of the Presbyterian Church. She is survived by a brother, Frank Russell Jr., and several nieces and nephews. Funeral services for Clara Erline Compton will be held at 12 noon on Saturday at the Hardy & Son Funeral Home's Bowling Green Chapel, with burial to follow in the Fairview Cemetery. Visitation will be Saturday from 9 a.m. until time of funeral services. Funeral services for Hazel Strode Pitcock, 88 of Tompkinsville, will be held at 2 p.m. on Sunday at the Beautiful Home Baptist Church, with burial to follow in the Beautiful Home Cemetery. Visitation is Saturday from 11 a.m. until 8 p.m. and on Sunday from 6 until 9 a.m. at the Oakley Tribble Funeral Home, and after 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. at the church. Donations are suggested to the Molly Harlan Scholarship Fund, or to the Strode Graveyard, or to Beautiful Home Church. Funeral services for Della Dougherty, 73 of Burkesville, will be held Sunday at 2 p.m. in the Memory Chapel of the Norris New Funeral Home. Burial will be in the Burkesville Cemetery. The family will receive friends after 3 p.m. on Saturday until the funeral hour on Sunday. Funeral services for Laureen Todd Tanskley, 93 of Park City, will be held at 11 a.m. on Saturday at the Patton Funeral Home's Park City Chapel, with interment to follow in the Evergreen Cemetery. Visitation will be from 9 until 11 a.m. on Saturday at the Patton Funeral Home's Park City Chapel. Memorial contributions can be made to the American Cancer Society. A Mass for Henry Hank Borman, 67 of Bowling Green, will be held at 11 a.m. on Saturday at the Holy Spirit Catholic Church. Friends and family are welcome to visit between 3 and 7 p.m. tonight, and then again on Saturday from 10 until 11 a.m. at the church. A prayer service will be held tonight at 6 p.m., and funeral arrangements are made by the Hardy & Son Funeral Home's Bowling Green Chapel. Expressions of sympathy may take the form of contributions to Habitat for Humanity of Bowling Green, or to help carry on the cause for which Hank was such a warrior. Funeral services for Willie Paul Kilman, 73 of Summershade, will be at 1 p.m. today at the White Cemetery Chapel. Burial will follow in the White Cemetery. McMurtry Funeral Home is in charge of funeral arrangements, and memorials may be made to the Summershade Fire Department. Funeral services for Ruby Jean Holbrook Turner, 82 of Tompkinsville, will be held today at 1 p.m. at the Strode Funeral Home. Burial will follow in the Bethlehem Cemetery. Donations may be made to the Bethlehem Cemetery in care of Strode Funeral Home. And funeral services for Betty Jean Lyons, 79 of Edmonton, will be held today at 2 p.m. in the Memory Chapel of the Norris New Funeral Home. Burial will follow in the Family Cemetery in Edmonton. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day, free online at WCLUradio.com. No login is ever necessary. Turning to local sports, only a couple scores on the baseball diamond yesterday. The Glasgow Scotties took on McLean County down at Fort Walton Beach in the Fort Walton Beach Bash. The Scotties got the win 3-1, and Barron County took on Caldwell County at the Warren East Invitational yesterday at Warren East High School over in Bowling Green. Trojans fell 10-7 to Caldwell County. Let's check up on local sports. Only a couple scores today. We have a big schedule lined up, though. We'll keep you updated with scores and results right here on your home for local WCLU. 627.
If your saving for retirement strategy involves the phrase, "I'll get around to it someday," we need to talk. Hi, I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Sheila Perkins. When it comes to meeting your goals, time can be on your side, and there's no better time than now to get started towards your retirement goals. Stop by my office at 1003 West Main Street in Glasgow. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
At SCRTC, our $35 credit has brought a lot of smiles to our members. So, we're extending the offer. Now through June 30th, SCRTC is offering a $35 credit when you add or upgrade SCRTC Internet or TV services. Add those extra SCRTC TV channels to catch all the games. Get that faster SCRTC Internet you've needed, and get that SCRTC $35 credit too. So join in all the smiles and call SCRTC for this $35 credit now through June 30th.
When was the last time you got your Ralphie on? What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lighting up the score in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
628 right here on WCLU for this Friday morning. It is April the 5th, 629, now 51 degrees in downtown Glasgow, and it's time to check up on the birthday list today. Let's go ahead and, can't be the birthday list without some birthday music, can it? Got a ton of birthdays on the list for this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Let's get through them and see who all is celebrating. For this Friday, having a birthday today, it is Jan Browning, Donna Beth Thompson, Scott Terry having a birthday today, Carrison Peters is turning 8 today, Kaylee Howard is 21, Josh Brown turning 24 today, Joyce Ray is 72, we have John Parker Miller turning 12 today, and Virginia Gully is having a birthday today. We have little Titus Childers turning 3 here on this Friday. Betty Moody is having her 73rd birthday, and that birthday wish is from her oldest son and family, and wishing her a very happy 73rd birthday today. And Marshall Cox turning 31 on this Friday. Over on the anniversaries, we have Kevin and Ashley Wheeler celebrating their 5th wedding anniversary for this Friday. Over on Saturday right now, we have Donna Williams having a birthday today. Josh Upchurch is up next. We have Heather Sells Souza. Nancy Emmett is celebrating today, and so is Charlie Hargett turning 13. Welcome to teenagerhood to Charlie. On Sunday, we have Will Humphrey and Joey Humphrey, a set of twins on our birthday list for this Sunday, celebrating birthdays then. Kyle Bowles is up next on our birthday list for Sunday. Danny Moody celebrating. Mike Kingery having a birthday. We have Christopher Hughes. Christopher is turning the big 5-0 on Sunday. Let's give that 50 going to Christopher Hughes. And Connie Jesse is also celebrating today right here on WCLU. Brendan, do you have a addition?
I do.
Right. Let's hear it.
Thought I heard Kyle's name on there. So Kyle Bowles is 71 on Sunday. Mm-hmm. And then Saturday, we have Terry Wilson, who'll be 66.
Terry Wilson.
Yeah, he'll be 66.
66 on Saturday.
That's right.
Congratulations to all those celebrating this weekend, today and on through the weekend here on WCLU. And also we have a very special Good as Gold honoree today here on this Friday. Our last name that will go in the Taste of Texas hat. Who is it? It is Heather Sells Souza, celebrating a birthday on Saturday and is our Good as Gold honoree here on this Friday. Her mother sent this this beautiful handwritten note in. You know, usually we get the little email submission, which is very nice, but this a very nice handwritten note was a pleasure to get in the mail. It says, My daughter, Heather Sells Souza, will be 43 on April the 6th, and on Saturday. And her mother, Nancy St. Charles, thinks that she deserves being the person of the day and good as gold on WCLU and Little Taste of Texas. She loves being a caregiver for the elderly and is so gentle and kind with them. And once again, Heather Sells Souza is our Good as Gold honoree today, and you know what that means. If you see Heather around town today, pat her on the back and tell her so from her friends here at WCLU Radio and A Little Taste of Texas. 6:32 right here on WCLU, still 52 degrees in downtown Glasgow. Let's go ahead and take a break. Getting ready for the archives here this morning. Okay.
Really quick, I have
Anything
one more
else?
thing. I have a correction really quick.
Okay.
So it's Brandon Cox, not Marshall Cox. I believe Mr. Cox just now called, and he said that's him. So happy birthday from Dad, who is Marshall.
All right.
Yes, so happy birthday to Brandon Cox.
Brandon Cox. We'll get that
That's
fixed up on our birthday list for this Friday. Happy birthday to Brandon Cox instead. 6:32 right now. Let's go ahead and take this break. Get ready for the archives this morning here on WCLU.
At Hardee's, we love to surprise people. Not like getting summoned to jury duty or mistaking your backpack for a parachute. Our surprises are good, like adding our delicious loaded omelet biscuit to our 2 for $4 mix and match deal. Choose between our loaded omelet biscuit, our tasty Frisco breakfast sandwich, our bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, or our savory sausage and egg biscuit. Get any 2 for $4. It's the best kind of surprise. I mean, it's no pulling into a paid parking meter, but it's a close second.
Hardee's, because it tastes better.
Offer available for a limited time during regular breakfast hours at participating Hardee's restaurants. Price and participation may vary. Tax not included.
Congratulations. Are you excited about the new job?
Yes, but I don't know what to do with my 401k.
That's a big decision. As a Modern Woodman financial representative, I can explain your options and help you to make the best choice. I'm Anthony Mike. Call me today at 427-6807.
Get to know your local Modern Woodman representative to plan for your financial future and learn about valuable member benefits. Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures. Securities offered through MWA Financial Services, Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary of Modern Woodman of America.
Competition is good, and when you've been in business for 53 years, you've done something right. Even with all the new ways you can shop for flooring for your home or business. Here's what Parish Carpet does. They offer the top name brands in flooring backed with solid warranties. Then Parish Carpet stocks a large showroom of carpet and rugs for you to see and feel, not just samples. Then they have the finest individuals come and install those floors in your home. Parish Carpets gets to know you, and you get to know them, and that's why so many people keep coming back. There's plenty of competition, but if this sounds like a place you'd like to do business, stop in Parish Carpet on Railroad Road in Glasgow, 651-8058.
Right back here on WCLU, 634 right here on WCLU. We're online this morning, of course, on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter at WCLU Radio. Of course, on playwclu.com, WCLUradio.com. On the airwaves this morning at 103.1 FM and Light 102.3 FM. And, of course, our gracious TV audience on EPB Channel 6. And also, I think Brennan Crane has a birthday update for us that we just got off of the phone lines. Brennan, could you go ahead and repeat that one more time for me?
Sure. Reggie Tittle has a birthday tomorrow.
Reggie Tittle. We will get Reggie on the birthday list for our Saturday. And
That's
also,
right.
We'd like to go ahead and forgot to talk about it when we talked about our birthday list, but of course our gracious sponsor of the birthday list is Ralphie's Fun Center, the center of fun, the place to go if you're looking for a fun time. And they've had great specials all week long here for spring break, and they've got one more today here on this Friday. And the special today is when you purchase a multi-activity wristband, you can add the following deal here on this Friday. You buy a child's wristband for $17, and you get an adult wristband for only $6. So a great deal for you and the kids to have a great day at Ralphie's Fun Center to round out this Friday. You know, it's rainy out in, not the greatest weather, so go ahead and get on into Ralphie's Fun Center, make the day go by real fast. Now, it's time to hear the latest edition of The Archives with our very own Henry Royce and Sam Terry here on this Friday morning, 6:35.
Friday morning here on WCLU, it's time for us to roll back the hands of time, rewind the clock, and look at the archives today, brought to you by Joseph A. Wade, Industrial Hardware Services. And we have been enjoying the research all week long of Mr. Ray Green and Ms. Gail Berry, and lots of information from Sherry Wesley and others at the Cultural Center, plus the wisdom and the color commentary of local noted historian Sam Terry. How are you this morning, Sam?
Doing great, Henry. How are you today?
Real good. Just enjoying the beauty of the day. We've got Friday here, got the weekend, and we got a lot of history to talk about, all right?
Okay.
This is the day in 1919 that, I'm not sure which paper this is, but in 1919 they were publishing The New Arrivals. So The New Arrivals, born to Mr. and Mrs. Ernest L. Myers on March the 29th of 1919, a daughter, Mary Charlotte Myers. Born to Mr. and Mrs. Benton Foster on the 30th of March, a daughter. We don't have her name. Mr. and Miss Elvin Barton are the proud parents of a daughter born Sunday named Mary Jane Barton. And Mr. and Ms. John Bowles have adopted an 8-year-old daughter from the Kentucky Orphans Home, and her name is Elva Bowles. So, some new arrivals to our community from 100 years ago, Sam.
Some wonderful announcements there, and names that we are certainly familiar with.
Now let's move to 1929. Of course, we're getting close to Easter here in 1929, and here's a big headline about a big Easter event, Sam. The benefit Easter hunt given at Brent's Place, the lovely home of Mr. and Mrs. Brent Dickinson on Maple Driveway, Saturday afternoon by the Flower Committee of the Women's Board of the new hospital, was a success. Now, what about that? The Women's Board of they were subdivided into the Flower Committee, and you know that explains how the beautiful flowers that exist to this day out there.
Absolutely, that's the first reference I have come across to the Women's Board and specifically the Flower Committee of that group.
We know a couple of nights ago it was the annual banquet of the T.J. Sampson Ladies Auxiliary, the 50th anniversary of the Women's Auxiliary. And this, of course, was a precursor to that. But you talk about a bunch of ladies who make a difference in healthcare around here in a positive note. It always has been, whether it's the Women's Board or the Ladies Auxiliary, giving back in a real nice way, Sam.
That's a great group, and we are certainly honored and fortunate to have them in our community.
1939, I'm going to drop some numbers on you, okay?
Okay.
And of course, we weren't too far out of a depression here back in April of 1939, and I'm sure that this Citizens National Bank of Glasgow, this day in 1939, reported the report of condition. 1939, the Citizens National Bank had assets of $1,223,775.93. And they had liabilities of $1,093,389.60. Over in the capital account, they had $130,386.33. And loans and secured liabilities, they had $77,282.42. What about that set of numbers, Sam?
Well, to us, it seems modest, but in those days, I'm sure that was something they were pleased to be able to report to the community, that they were indeed solvent. And, we had 5 banks at the time of the Great Depression occurring here in Glasgow, and only 2 of them survived.
Wow. This one seems to be pretty conservative. They got a $1.2 million in assets, but they only have loans out of $77,000 some odd dollars. So they weren't exactly being, giving it away at all. 1949, Sam, showing at the Plaza Theater this coming weekend, and on Monday, it's Take Me Out to the Ball Game, starring Frank Sinatra, Esther Williams, Gene Kelly, and Betty Grayson. Also, the latest newsreel, and some big names on the show board out there too, wasn't it?
Absolutely, and the newsreel might not sound like something too exciting. But in 1949, most homes didn't necessarily have a television yet, and so seeing things like the newsreel was a bit of a treat.
Yeah, I would say few homes had a television in 49. I don't even know if Nashville TV was on in 49 or not. All right, 1959, this is, there's a little twist here on this story. With the convening of the circuit court here Monday morning, Frank W. Jones, the judge, named Mrs. Ed Peterson as the foreman, and in parentheses they write, or forelady. I don't know whether it was correct or whether they just thought it might have been correct, whoever wrote this story in the Glasgow Times in 1959, Sam, which marked the first time a woman has been named to the post in local court history. That's very pioneering, wouldn't you say?
I would think so.
This business of publishing the names of the grand jury, I don't recall that being done, but here in 1959, and talk about some excellent jurors, Alan Nuckols, Henry W. Goodman, Willie Lewis, Hubert Shipley, Bob Rutledge, Ira Cunningham, Walter Owens, Earl Brodie, Johnny Guides, Paul Richardson, and Mrs. Jack Richardson. It seems to me they published that before the jury convened. Is that the way you read that, Sam?
Yes, that's an unusual situation there.
Yeah, if I'm sitting on that jury, I don't want anybody, hanging around trying to influence me before they come to trial. But that was 1959, the way it was done. 1969, we've got some servicemen serving us, Sam. Specialist 4th Class Bernice L. Glass, Private Morris Likens, Private Bernie W. Roop, Private Gary B. Jolly, and Private Jerry R. Turner. Some excellent, well-known soldiers from our locale in 1969 serving our country well. And I do like the fact that we recognize those servicemen and women for serving. It gives a hometown sense of pride, don't you think?
It certainly does, and we have a strong tradition of honoring our veterans, and I'm glad that we're still doing that.
Yes. All right, let's go to 1979. We've got some Glasgow High School students here, a bunch of them, a bunch of good folks, who placed third in the regional speech meet at WKU. Vanessa Van, Trina Wells, Nan Norris, Stacy Short, Connie Vance, Melinda Smith, Monica Edwards, Tracy Billingsley, Cheryl DeBall, Allison Ellis, John Broadbent, Jeff Smith, Matt Gore, Greg Mullins, Robert Dotson, Miller Dickinson, and Rocky Pierce, along with Charlie Royce and Julia Kingery.
They all are good speakers to this day. No wonder they did so well at the regional talk meet.
1979, and had a good time doing so, I'm sure, just knowing those youngsters. More servicemen reported in 1989. We've got area servicemen Barry A. Rutledge, Mark D. West, Donnie D. Harp, and Tracy N. Poindexter. Our community proudly announcing those folks as serving in the armed forces. 1999, everybody was trying to figure out when, and the Glasgow Daily Times published when. This day it was published that the Cave City's new Cracker Barrel was going to open on May the 17th. And boy, everybody was excited about the Cracker Barrel coming to town. 20 years, hard to believe, isn't it, Sam?
It is hard to believe, and they've still got a crowd at Cracker Barrel in Cave City.
No question about it. And 10 years ago, a somber occasion, but one we must remember, Maddie's Wall was dedicated this day in 2009 at Norton's Children's Hospital. It was Kosare at the time, but now it's Norton's Children's Hospital. Of course, we all remember Maddie Morgan, and she's the daughter of Tony and Donna Morgan, and she left us way too soon. And there's been a lot of celebration in her life since her life to try to do more for youngsters, and that Maddie's Wall up there at Norton's is one more testament to how our community can come out and do things for those in need.
Indeed.
So that was 2009, the Barron County Progress, and it looks to me like that's where we are in the archives for today, Sam. And, of course, make sure you get your tickets for the interactive murder mystery from a 1940s wedding reception, Murder at the Museum. Tickets are on sale now. Don't want to forget that. Sam, I hope you have a good weekend. Thanks so much for joining us here for the archives today. And I'm sure that we'll have our eyes open and open the eyes of other folks, too, when we resume on Monday, okay?
We'll see you then.
Have a good day, sir. Thank you.
15,000 inventory items, custom brake hoses while you wait, cylinder repair. Is there anything Joseph A. Wade can't do? Well, one thing's for sure, Joseph A. Wade Incorporated serves a large community of people who believe there's no job they can't do, and that's the same attitude Joseph A. Wade has in their line of work. So for the smallest screws, Allen wrenches, or drill bits, or even a 5-stage hydraulic cylinder measuring 25 feet in length, Joseph A. Wade's motto, no problem. Joseph A. Wade Incorporated, 311 Industrial Drive, Glasgow.
Right back here on WCLU. Good morning live right here on WCLU 645. Now 646. We are, once again, that was the archives actually brought to you by Joseph A. Wade, Mr. Henry Royce, Sam Terry on the recording this morning right here on WCLU. Now, We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. When we come back, we will tell you about your community events going on right here in South Central Kentucky coming up here throughout the weekend and on into next week. We'll check that up right after this word.
She was only 17 years old. For the last 15 years, her diet consisted of basically only eating McDonald's Chicken McNuggets. So when recently she was rushed to the hospital because she collapsed while she was at work, she was struggling to breathe. Now you and I know it's been proven that a diet that's abnormally high in salt and fat leads to an increased risk of heart attack and stroke. So if you ignore these warnings and your health finally catches up to you, you can only say, what'd you expect? If someone chooses to live a life apart from God, a life where God is secondary, when you stand at judgment and hear Jesus say, depart from me, we ask, what'd you expect? This has been Bart Warren for the South Green Street Church of Christ.
Welcome to the home of legendary service.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
6:48 right here on WCLU. Had another birthday honoree called in, and it was for Josh Gross coming up on Saturday. Happy birthday to Josh Gross. Keep them coming online. You can go to WCLUradio.com, click on the Submit Here tab, and send us a birthday or anniversary here for this Friday or on into this weekend. You can also call us up, 270-651-9149 or 1-800-956-1023. One other thing we'd like to mention is a chili supper sponsored by the Square and Compass Club of the Allen Lodge number 24 F&M. Will be this Saturday, April the 6th at 5 p.m. until question mark. So they're just going with it until the party dies, I guess so. Third floor of the U.S. Bank Building at 200 South Green Street in Glasgow. Soup, chili, cornbread, crackers, drink, and desserts. Adults are $5. Children under 12 get in for free. And all proceeds to be given to Kids Hope. To Kids Hope. All the proceeds of this chili supper. So once again, going on this Saturday from 5 until when the party dies at the third floor of the U.S. Bank Building at 200 South Green Street in Glasgow, a chili supper sponsored by the Square and Compass Club of Allen Lodge number 24. Now, let's go ahead and check up on your community events calendar right here on WCLU with our very own Jason Thomas.
The church and community calendar for Friday, April 5th, a chili supper sponsored by the Square Compass Club of Allen Lodge 24 F&AM will be held tomorrow at 5 o'clock on the third floor of the U.S. Bank Building in Glasgow. Menu will be soup, chili, cornbread, crackers, drinks, and desserts. The cost is $5. Children under 12 eat free. Proceeds will go toward Kids Hope. Cave City Proud is seeking photos and brief information on Cave City veterans of any era. For a Veterans Tribute Wall, there will be a minimum of $5 donation required to defer expenses of frames and photo reproductions. Photos will not be returned. Send your photos to Cave City Proud, P.O. Box 45, Cave City, Kentucky 42127. For more information, contact Pat Hatcher at 270-773-4319 or Seaborn Elsie at 270-590-3022. A benefit singing will be held at the International Lighthouse Church in Campbellsville from 4 until 7 tomorrow. The Skipworth family will be the guest singers. There will be a bake sale. The cost is $5. The church is located at 99 Lighthouse Highway. Pastor is Anna Overstreet. She welcomes everyone. For more information, call 270-403-7975. There will be a doggy bone hunt on Sunday at the Jackie Browning Park in Glasgow with registration and photos beginning at 2 o'clock. Dogs must be on a leash, and the cost is $12 per dog, which includes a photo. Rain date is April 14th. For more information, call 651-7297. There will be a Caverna High School site-based decision-making council meeting on Monday in the high school library. That'll be at 4:30. Do you have a church community event coming up? We would like to know at 270-651-9149 or 1-800-956-1023. Log on to the website WCLUradio.com. I'm Jason Thomas for WCLU, your home for local.
You find yourself thinking about the future? Perhaps you are considering downsizing or purchasing your first home. Or maybe your family is growing and you need a bigger home. I'm Gay Parker, mortgage originator with Citizens First Bank. With my 40 years of experience helping homeowners in South Central Kentucky, I can find the best mortgage product for you, regardless of your stage of life. Stop in our Glasgow branch or apply online at citizensfirstbank.com. Citizens First, the best choice for the best mortgage loans.
NMLS number 419873. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All in subject to credit approval.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Who will be the future face of Pettigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance. Growing with a proud community since 1902.
So no matter where you live in Southern Kentucky, let Adams Pools do the job right.
6:53 right here on WCLU. Good morning live. We are, of course, online on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter this morning, and we've got a ton of great people commenting in and wishing us a very good morning. We have a good morning from San Antonio, Texas this morning with Jenny Wilson. Good morning to Jenny and all those out there in Facebook land, YouTube, and Twitter as well. And, of course, to our audience listening on EPB Channel 6 and WCLU 1490 AM, Light 102.3 FM, as well as 103.1 FM. Now, let's go ahead and take a quick break. When we come back, we will see about your weather forecast this afternoon, all leading up as we get closer to 7 o'clock this morning. Get ready for that to win some Little Caesars.
The word at Ford's is free. Choose select Sealy Posturepedic, Tempur-Pedic, Biltmore, or Ford's Queen or King mattress sets and get a set of memory foam pillows, mattress protector, and down comforter of $500 value free with select mattress sets now at Ford's Furniture.
Did you know Ford's Furniture offers Power Assist lift chairs? We have a great selection available in a variety of colors and fabrics from petite to large for a perfect fit. And Ford's offers a hassle-free shopping experience and timely full-service delivery and setup from Ford's Furniture.
TJ Regional Health offers a vast array of medical services in our community. The TJ Health Pavilion is home to over 35 family and specialty physicians, outpatient services center, the TJ Urgent Care, and the TJ Pavilion Pharmacy. The TJ Health Cave City Clinic is a walk-in medical care facility providing care Monday through Friday with no appointment necessary. Stop by and visit one of our locations today.
That's Glasgow Building Supply on 31E Bypass in Glasgow.
Showers from overnight continuing to push away. I don't think we'll see much left here as we head on through the morning hours. We'll have milder weather come in as we look ahead toward the tail end of the upcoming weekend also, and probably stay mild here with thunderstorms back into the forecast, so it's got a look and a feel and a sound like springtime. It's supposed to, though, right? So low 70s yesterday, replaced by about 70 degrees today. May see a lingering shower early, most of us dry. Cloudy into the afternoon. And a good night for your Friday night out. Mainly cloudy but dry. And then overnight 52. Tomorrow mix of clouds and sun early. Clouds on the increase later. 73. Thunderstorms come in Sunday. Highs upper 70s. More scattered storms Monday. Low 70s. Mix of clouds and sunshine Tuesday with highs in the mid 70s. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic from the Weather Channel on WCLU. Your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. 52 degrees currently in downtown Glasgow as we look out on the WCLU roof cam real quick. We have got just cloudy skies. We've had some rainfall overnight in the rain bucket right now. 0.36 inches of rainfall over the past 24 hours here in south central Kentucky. Cloudy skies currently over south central Kentucky as well, but no rainfall is predicted or coming towards us. When I look out at the WCLU constant coverage in-studio radar screen, we've had a good amount of rainfall move through the area. Now it is heading towards eastern Kentucky and eastern Tennessee, and not much to worry about over the next few hours here in Kentucky, or here in our area in Kentucky. Wind speeds currently are calm. Humidity is at 97% when we look at our current conditions. Barometer at 30.03. And as I said earlier, rainfall and precipitation 0.36 inches in the past 24 hours. 6:56 right now. Let's go ahead and take a break. We're getting ready for trivia right here on WCLU, playing a little morning trivia sponsored by Little Caesars. We'll be playing for a hot and ready classic pizza right here at 7 o'clock. Stay tuned for that.
Why do you choose the pharmacy you use? Is it because of someone you know, or is it short wait times? Highland Pharmacy has considered all of these things that make your experience at the pharmacy pleasant. With a top-notch staff of pharmacists and techs you know and trust, 2 drive-through windows, and a commitment to not making you sit and wait any longer than necessary, you can see why so many choose Highland Pharmacy, and we invite you to come see us for your next prescription. Highland Pharmacy, just over from the TJ Health Pavilion, 301 Rogers Road. Call 270-629-4300.
Basketball and friends. It's that time of the year, and it doesn't get any better. You can make each game of the NCAA tournament the perfect throwdown with supplies from Barren River Beverages. It's better than being courtside. Barren River Beverages has kegs, taps, and all types of party supplies. We're also cheering our 2nd anniversary here at Barren River Beverages with store-wide savings to celebrate. We love having you on our team at Barren River Beverages, seconds from the Cumberland Parkway on Highway 90 West Main in Glasgow. Still celebrating our trophy as the 2018 Best Liquor Store in Glasgow. .58 right here on WCLU. Good morning live. 52 degrees right now in downtown Glasgow. And once again, getting ready for our trivia question today. I figured I come from the afternoons, folks. And once again, if you haven't heard of me, my name is Aaron Russell. Aaron in the afternoons on Light 102.3 FM. Shameless plug right here for the show. But we play every afternoon at 3:30, sports trivia and movie trivia at 4:30. I encourage you to tune in. So I figured coming from sports trivia and movie trivia land that I'd bring one of my questions over. So we're going to have a little sports trivia here on your Finally Friday morning. That'll be coming up here in just a little bit. Stay tuned for it. But you can't get the prize that I usually play for in the afternoons. You're going to be getting your normal prize for the morning show, which is a Little Caesars hot and ready pizza. If you've got the answer to our morning trivia question right here on your Finally Friday morning. Stay tuned for that, and also, once again, tune in this afternoon if you want to become a big winner, because we have our Bowling Green Hot Rods sports trivia question at 3:30 and our Hardee's movie trivia question at 4:30. Now, let's go ahead and hear about something crazy going on at Little Caesars right now, our sponsor of morning trivia, about this bacon-wrapped pizza I keep hearing about.
Wrap me in bacon, wrap him in bacon, and pour bacon crumbles on my head, pour bacon crumbles on his head. Now that I think of it, I'll just go to Little Caesars. I'll go to Little Caesars. Get a bacon-wrapped deep dish pizza instead. Get a bacon-wrapped deep dish pizza instead.
Get a Little Caesars large, hot and ready bacon-wrapped deep dish pepperoni and bacon pizza wrapped in over 3.5 feet of bacon for just $12 at participating locations plus tax.
Pizza. Right back here on WCLU, 6:59 right now, rolling over to 7 o'clock here on your Finally Friday morning, April the 5th. Let's go ahead and play morning trivia this morning. Playing for Little Caesars hot and ready pizza here on Morning Trivia. Give us a call at 270-651-9149 or 1-800-956-1023 if you feel that you have the answer to our question this morning. I'll write your name down and get you a certificate for a Little Caesars hot and ready classic pizza here on your Finally Friday. Now, here is our question, exported straight from the sports trivia section up to Morning Trivia. Here it is. Besides the Chicago Bulls, what other team or teams did the great Michael Jordan play for in his NBA career? Call me up, 270-651-9149, 1-800-956-1023. Looking for what other teams beside the Chicago Bulls did Michael Jordan play for? Morning Trivia.
Washington and Charlotte.
Close, very close. Sports trivia.
Washington.
Say that again. I lost you. I'm almost saying the right answer. Sports trivia. All right. Hello? Okay. Sports morning trivia, rather.
Charlotte and the White Sox.
No, just NBA teams. There's only one team. I'll go ahead and give you that hint. Not team. Just throwing you off right there if that was. It's just one other team. Morning trivia.
Charlotte and Los Angeles.
Not Charlotte and Los Angeles. Morning trivia.
Charlotte Hornets and the Boston Celtics.
Nope, not that. Morning trivia.
Just Charlotte?
Not Charlotte. Not just Charlotte. Only played for one other team in his NBA playing career. So at the very end of his career. Besides the Chicago Bulls, what other team did Michael Jordan play for in his NBA playing career?
Chicago Bulls. What other team did Michael
Morning trivia.
Nets.
Not the Nets. Morning trivia.
He played for the Yankees.
Not the Yankees. Played for the White Sox in a short-lived MLB career, but I'm only looking for what other NBA team did Michael Jordan play for? Morning trivia.
Washington Wizards.
You got it. Who am I talking to?
Jesse Brown.
Jesse, how's it going?
Fine.
Jesse, it seems like every time I fill in, you end up winning trivia. So I think we got a good thing going here. Maybe I should fill in more. Good morning, and thank you for winning here on Trivia. You've got yourself a hot and ready Little Caesars pizza waiting for you here at the station. Come by and see us, 229 West Main Street. Have a great rest of your Friday.
Thank you.
Jesse Brown is our winner of Morning Trivia here on WCLU. 7:03 right now. Let's go ahead and get ready for the latest edition of Live and Local News. But first, let's hear from CBS News with our 60-second update.
CBS News Update. President Trump is making a new threat to try to stop the flow of migrants into the U.S.
I don't think we'll ever have to close the border because the penalty of tariffs on cars coming into the United States from Mexico at 25% will be massive.
He's postponed a threat to close portions of the border for a year ahead of a visit to California today. Correspondent Steve Futterman.
People here in Calexico have been very, very concerned this week about threats to possibly close the U.S.-Mexico border. I spoke to the city manager here in Calexico. He said it would be an economic catastrophe if the president did that, and officials here are pleased that the president seems to be pulling back now from that threat.
The ACLU is asking a judge in California to prevent the president from using money from his national emergency declaration to pay for a wall. CBS News Update. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
The Royce Radio Family. WCLU, 1490 Glasgow. WCLU FM, 102.3 Munfordville, Glasgow. And W276DO, 103.1 Glasgow.
Have you been putting off buying a new vehicle? Well, Bailey Gibson in Glasgow says the wait is over. Just announced, and for a limited time, GM is extending supplier pricing to every customer, plus cash allowance on all 2018 and 2019 Buicks and GMC cars and SUVs in stock. What's the bottom line? Pick out your next Buick, GMC, or SUV from the huge in-stock inventory at Bailey Gibson, and you'll get up to 16% off MSRP on all cars and SUVs in stock. Couldn't get any simpler. Don't miss out. Come to Bailey Gibson Buick GMC, 306 Happy Valley Road, Glasgow.
ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance. Yes, we have a history and roots in Southern Kentucky. Yes, we have a large staff to support our clients with the attention and efficiency they deserve. Best of all, we continue to get better at what we do. You make us better. Let us show you the type of insurance experience we think should always come standard. Every person, family, home, farm, or business we serve gets our best effort. Dedicated to what's best for you, we're ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902, I'm Jared Persley, and I'd love the opportunity to work with you. Please give us a call.
Good morning. For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane reporting. When Metcalfe County students return from spring break on April 8th, there will be a new school resource officer to greet them. The Metcalfe County School District will now have 2 school resource officers. Officer Charles Massey is the new school resource officer at Metcalfe County Elementary School. Officer Josh Neal will remain the school resource officer at Metcalfe High School and Metcalfe County Middle School. The Metcalfe County Board of Education approved at its December meeting adding a school police department to the district called SLEO, which stands for Special Law Enforcement Officer. The certified officers will have jurisdiction on school grounds and at some school events held off campus. This is a continuation of implementing ideas from the community forum hosted last spring. District Safety Coordinator Chris Huffman says those efforts will continue. Quote, "We are regularly looking for practical solutions that will increase our campus safety," Huffman said. Quote, "Adding an additional resource officer and developing a SLEO program is just one part of a long-term effort." Both Officer Neal and Officer Massey were former deputies at the Metcalfe County Sheriff's Department. Last Tuesday, the Metcalfe County Sheriff's Office initiated an investigation into the theft of an ATV from a residence on Columbia Road in Metcalfe County. Information received during the course of the investigation led to the recovery of the ATV. On Monday, the ATV was located on Slater Road in Metcalfe County. As a result, Franklin W. Jones, 24 of Edmonton, was arrested and charged with receiving stolen property under $10,000. He was lodged in the Barron County Jail. Further investigation resulted in the arrest of Ricky A. Jones, 20 of Edmonton, on Wednesday. Ricky was charged with the offenses of burglary 3rd degree and theft by unlawful taking $500 or more. Ricky Jones was previously lodged in the Adair County Jail. Deputy Jared Still is the lead investigator and arresting officer. He was assisted by other members of the Metcalfe County Sheriff's Office and KSP Trooper Ricky Cross. On this morning's 911 activity report, there was an accident with injury on Park Ridge Road yesterday at 3:14 in the afternoon. There was an accident with injury at 3:52 in the afternoon on Happy Valley Road and Pin Oak Lane. And yesterday at 10:10 in the evening on Siloam Road, there was an accident with injury. A day of false hope has given way to questions about why a man would claim to be an Illinois boy who disappeared 8 years ago. The FBI declared the man's story a hoax Thursday, one day after he identified himself to authorities as Timothy Pitson, who disappeared in 2011 at age 6. Newport Police Chief Tom Collins identified the man to ABC as 23-year-old ex-convict Brian Reaney of Medina, Ohio, who was released from prison less than a month ago after serving more than a year. The man had told police he's Timothy and escaped from men who held him captive. Timothy vanished after his mother killed herself at a hotel and left a note saying her son was safe with people who would care for him and would never be found. The father of a 1-year-old found dead after a Kentucky house fire is accused of leaving the boy inside a washing machine. WKYT-TV cites the arrest citation for 26-year-old Von Brock in a Thursday report. The citation says Brock told investigators he was unaware Joseph Brock was in the appliance. It says Brock had smoked a joint and fell asleep on the couch with Joseph. He awoke to flames and smoke but couldn't find Joseph. The citation says investigators asked if Joseph had been misbehaving, and Brock said yes, but wouldn't answer more questions and requested to speak with a lawyer. Before his arrest Wednesday, Brock was last seen running from the fire Saturday at a London mobile home park. Jail records show he's held on murder, arson, wanton endangerment, and public intoxication charges. It's 7:09, 52 degrees at WCLU. We'll be right back for more local news.
I was currently with no prosthetic company, and I was just getting my beginner's prosthetic, and it still wasn't comfortable.
That's when Mike met William Bray with Extreme Prosthetics.
I met Mr. Bray at one of my daughter's ball games, and he'd handed me a card, and he seemed very confident and knew what he was talking about, so I decided to go see Mr. Bray just for a consultation, and just in minutes I was more confident in it, full range of motion.
Mike and many others have given great testimonials for William Bray and Extreme Prosthetics at 400 South Broadway in Glasgow, which you can check out online at comfortforamputees.com.
Yeah, I'm a rather large guy, and it takes a special prosthetic to carry my weight. In the first meeting with Mr. Bray, he realized by looking at the material they used to assemble my prosthetic that it wasn't at the weight limit to carry my weight, and had I not went to that consultation, I'd have never known that.
Professional care from someone who wears a prosthetic themselves. William Bray and Extreme Prosthetics.
If you're just not confident with it, I'd say go see Mr. Bray.
Call 629-5347.
Spend your weekday afternoons learning the common sense way to handle your money. The Dave Ramsey Show on WCLU from 1 to 4 helps you deal with money management, debt freedom, and financial peace. Brought to you locally by Lock Shield Partners, creating a map for your future.
In more local news, the Glasgow City Council will meet this Monday night, April 8th, at 7 p.m. in the City Council chambers. Several items are on the agenda, but one being the first reading of an ordinance increasing the amount of funds contributed by the City of Glasgow for economic development from $60,000 to $120,000 to be included in the fiscal year budget 2019-2020. A federal appeals court has upheld the constitutionality of a Kentucky law requiring doctors to perform ultrasounds and show fetal images to patients prior to abortions. The 2-1 ruling Thursday by a 6th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals panel is a victory for Kentucky's Republican Governor Matt Bevin. The 2017 law was challenged by the state's last remaining abortion clinic. The law was struck down in a lower court, prompting Bevin to appeal. The majority opinion said the law doesn't violate a doctor's First Amendment rights. It also said ultrasounds provide, quote, relevant information. Kentucky's law would force doctors to describe the ultrasound while the pregnant woman listens to the fetal heartbeat. Women could avert their eyes and ask to have the sound of the heartbeat turned off. Kentucky officials say regional community forums scheduled this month will allow people to discuss ways to improve outcomes for children and families involved in the foster care system. State officials say forums are scheduled for Monday in Owensboro and Tuesday in Madisonville in western Kentucky. Citizen foster care review boards in the region are hosting the forums. Officials say 6 regional community forums are scheduled statewide through April 18th. Tom Stevenson, chairman of the Kentucky CFCRB, says the forums are a chance for people to talk about what can be done to make the system better for thousands of children and families. The forums stem from the enactment of 2018 legislation to address issues with foster care and adoptions. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet says while flowers are blooming along Kentucky roads, so are illegal signs. Starting next Monday, crews will begin removing those signs, so businesses, candidates, realtors, and anyone who uses roadside signage are being warned not to place signs on the state right-of-way. Kentucky law prohibits statement of unauthorized signs on state right-of-way unless otherwise permitted. State law requires highway personnel to remove all illegal signs. This also applies to signs attached to utility poles on the right-of-way. Enforcement of the sign prohibition can be difficult because right-of-way boundaries vary by highway and location. All signage should be behind sidewalks. In areas without sidewalks, all signs should be behind the ditch line, and outside areas commonly mowed or maintained by highway crews. Often utility poles will mark the edge of a highway right-of-way. On 4-lane highways with controlled access or limited access, no sign should be placed on the highway side of the fence line or the fence. Essentially, any area that would normally be mowed by state crews or contractors in summer months is part of the right-of-way, even if it's commonly mowed by the adjacent property owner. State highway crews will be clearing illegal place signs and signs in areas that have work zones for normal highway maintenance activities. The Kentucky State Police driver testing site will be closed today. This applies to all written and road testing. And are you a new computer user with little or no experience using a keyboard and mouse? At 10 a.m. today at the Marywood Weldon Memorial Library, there will be a class to learn how to left-click, right-click, and use basic command keys. You can sign up at the library. The Caverna High School site-based meeting will be this Monday in the high school library beginning at 4:30 p.m. The Barron County High School site base is taking nominations for parent representatives for the 2019-2020 school year. Nominations will be taken April 8th through the 12th at 3 p.m. Please contact Brandy Pendergraft at BCHS at 270-651-6315 if you wish to be placed on the ballot. Elections will be held April 15th and 16th from 7:30 to 3:30 in the afternoon in the offices of Barron County High School and Trojan Academy. It's 7:14, 52 degrees here at WCLU. I'm Brennan Crane.
From the Kentucky News Network, I'm Jaleesa Chatzman. A federal appeals court is upholding a 2017 Kentucky law requiring doctors to perform an ultrasound before performing an abortion. The law also requires doctors to show and describe the ultrasound image to the patient and to play an audible heartbeat of the fetus. The 2-1 decision yesterday struck down a lower court ruling that said the law was unconstitutional because it violated the free speech rights of the doctor. The family of missing Illinois boy Timothy Pitson is devastated after learning he hadn't been found safe in Kentucky. DNA tests show the person found in Newport this week is 23-year-old Brian Michael Rennie. Rennie told officers that he was Timothy and had been held captive for the past 7 years. Pitson grandmother hopes her actual grandson is being cared for.
That's what we hope. And he did get to a loving family, and he's happy, and as happy as he can be, and that whoever has him is taking good care of him.
Pittson's family says they feel sorry for the man who claimed to be him. The Laurel County father of a 1-year-old found dead after a house fire is accused of leaving the boy inside a washing machine. WYMT's Taylor Upchurch with more.
What remains unclear is how little Joseph Cash Brock ended up in that washing machine and exactly how he died. Brock denies knowing how he got there, but when asked by police if the child was acting up, they say he told him yes. Police charged Vaughn Brock with first-degree arson and murder.
Vaughn Brock is due in court this morning. And Kentucky health leaders say the state's E. coli outbreak has more than doubled in a week. Officials report that the number of cases has grown to 46, up from 20 the previous week. The cases are popping up in all regions of the state, and half the cases involve people under 18. I'm Jaleesa Chapman.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Everyone needs hope in their lives, especially the thousands of men, women, and children waiting for life-saving organ transplants. You and everyone can join the Organ Donor Registry at donatelifeky.org, or the next time you renew your driver's license, have the donor heart symbol imprinted on your license. Newborns to those who've been on the waiting list for years are counting on your gift of hope. Please give the gift of hope at donatelifeky.org.
Brought to you by your circuit clerk.
Kentuckians are always on the move, whether you're driving down the road for a gallon of milk or flying across the country. Kentucky's new driver's licenses will get you there more securely than ever before. Rolling out by county starting this April. All cards will arrive in the mail. Choose between a standard license or a U.S. air travel and military base approved voluntary travel ID license. Preparing now will save valuable time later when you renew at your local circuit court clerk office. Learn what documents to bring at drive.k.
Turning to local sports right here on WCLU for this Friday morning, 7:18 right now. Only a couple scores from the baseball diamond yesterday. Those diamonds were very far away. We have the Glasgow Scotties taking on McLean County yesterday down at Fort Walton Beach, Florida, in the Fort Walton Beach Bash. The Scotties picked up the win 3-1 over McLean County, and over in the Warren East Invitational up here in Bowling Green, the Barron County Trojans took on Caldwell County. Trojans were defeated 10-7. We have a full baseball schedule and softball schedule. All the scores and updates will be, of course, right here available on the airwaves of WCLU, your home for local. Now let's take a break. When we come back, we'll see about your weather forecast here on WCLU with Ray Stajic on staff from the Weather Channel.
Weather from the WCLU Weather Center. Brought to you by Key Cleaners on Happy Valley Road in Glasgow.
At Key 1 Hour Cleaners, we've been serving Glasgow for 31 years, and we're here to stay. Yes, back in 1988, the Catron family began Key 1 Hour Cleaners. We're still in the same location on Happy Valley Road, and we're working each day to keep your wardrobe in top shape. We have convenient hours for everyone, and we're open for drop-off and pickup on Saturdays, too. If you need a dry cleaners you can count on Key 1 Hour Cleaners being there. 31 years and growing. Key Cleaners.
Showers from overnight continuing to push away. I don't think we'll see much left here as we head on through the morning hours. We'll have milder weather come in as we look ahead toward the tail end of the upcoming weekend also, and probably stay mild here with thunderstorms back out of the forecast, so it's got a look and a feel and a sound like springtime. It's supposed to, though, right? So low 70s yesterday, replaced by about 70 degrees today. May see a lingering shower early, most of us dry. Cloudy into the afternoon. And a good night for your Friday night out. Mainly cloudy but dry. And then overnight, 52. Tomorrow, mix of clouds and sun early. Clouds on the increase later, 73. Thunderstorms come in Sunday, highs upper 70s. More scattered storms Monday, low 70s. Mix of clouds and sunshine Tuesday with highs in the mid-70s. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
7:20 right here on WCLU. 52 degrees in downtown Glasgow at the moment. Taking a look at our current conditions right here on the airwaves of WCLU for Good Morning Live. Right now, our barometer is at 30.03 this morning. Calm winds here in south central Kentucky. Humidity is at 97% today. And precipitation over the past 24 hours, we have received about 0.36 inches in the rain bucket here in our rain bucket here at WCLU. 7:20 right now. And once again, that weather update brought to you by Key Cleaners here in Glasgow. It's time to take a break. And when we come back, we will see about your birthday list here on this Finally Friday, brought to you by Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow.
The word at Ford's is free. Choose select Sealy Posturepedic, Tempur-Pedic, Biltmore, or Ford's Queen or King mattress sets and get a set of memory foam pillows, mattress protector, and down comforter of $500 value free with select mattress sets now at Ford's Furniture.
Did you know Ford's Furniture offers Power Assist lift chairs? We have a great selection available in a variety of colors and fabrics from petite to large for a perfect fit. And Ford's offers a hassle-free shopping experience and timely full-service delivery and setup from Ford's Furniture.
Whether you have a little boo-boo or a great big boo-boo, when it comes to your car, who fixes those problems really matters. Shaw's Body Shop in Glasgow is a well-established, reputable company capable of taking care of any size damage to your car. In fact, many major insurance carriers have Shaw's on their preferred repair shop list. What does that tell you? It tells you whether you have a little ding or a big bang. Get it fixed right with Shaw's Body Shop on West Main, 651-5172.
We're here with the Shrimp Trio. They're playing a gig at Colton's. Here's fried shrimp.
What's up?
This is grilled lemon pepper shrimp.
Hello, ma'am.
And grilled Del Rio shrimp.
Howdy, partner. How y'all doing?
Get the Shrimp Trio now at Colton's Steakhouse and Grill and enjoy Tangler's rice and a side. Oh, and in case you haven't heard, crab cakes are at Colton's too. Colton's Steakhouse and Grill, serving you in Glasgow, Campbellsville, Radcliffe, and Bardstown. We know what's at stake, and shrimp too.
I'm home.
Back already? I thought you were going for a long spring walk.
Yeah, I thought so too. But I'm so out of shape from being cooped up all winter.
Well, I have the perfect way to up your fitness game. I'm buying an iPhone from Bluegrass Cellular.
Exactly how does you getting an iPhone help me?
Simple. If I buy my iPhone from Bluegrass Cellular, you get half off any Apple Watch. It's the perfect workout companion.
My friends are always talking about closing their rings. I could get in on the fun.
Yeah, you can set goals and monitor your progress throughout the day.
That's exactly what I need. Let's go. Should we walk to our local Bluegrass Cellular store?
Let's not go crazy, dear. I'll grab my car keys.
Restrictions apply. Visit Bluegrass Cellular online or drop by your nearest location. Bluegrass Cellular, your community, expanded.
Right back here on WCLU, it's time for the birthday list here on our Friday morning, April the 5th. Checking up weekend birthdays here. But first, Friday. Let's see who all is celebrating. First up, we have Jan Browning having a birthday today. Donna Beth Thompson is up next. We have Scott Terry on our birthday list for Friday. Carrison Peters is 8 today. Kaylee Howard is turning 21 here on our 5th day of April. Josh Brown is 24 today. Joyce Ray is 72. John Parker Miller is turning 12. Virginia Gully up next on our birthday list. Titus Childers is turning 3 today. We have a 73rd birthday for Miss Betty Moody. And Betty, we had that request in from her oldest son and his family, wishing her a very happy 73rd birthday. We also have Brandon Cox rounding out our birthday list, called in once again by his dad. Set a 31 for Brandon here on this Friday. Over on the anniversaries, we have Kevin and Ashley Wheeler celebrating their 5th wedding anniversary. That's all we've got so far right here for this Friday. Over on the Saturday birthdays, Donna Williams is up next. Josh Upchurch celebrating. Heather Sells Souza in our person of the day today will also be celebrating a birthday on Saturday. We'll talk about Heather here in just a minute. Nancy Emmett is celebrating. Charlie Hargett is turning 13. Welcome to teenagerhood to Charlie here on this Saturday. Or here, coming up on Saturday, rather. Terry Wilson is turning 66 today. We have Reggie Tittle up next. And last but certainly not least, is Josh Gross for our Saturday birthday. And on Sunday, April the 7th, that is, Will Humphrey and Joey Humphrey, a set of twins, having a birthday today. Or on Sunday, rather. And Kyle Bowles, Danny Moody is up next. We have Mike Kingery. Christopher Hughes sounded the 50 gong for Christopher Hughes on Sunday. Connie Jesse and Roxy Wiley all having birthdays on Sunday. And that rounds out our list currently. Once again, remember, you can submit a birthday online by going to WCLUradio.com and clicking on the Submit Here tab. And you can also go and give us a call, 270-651-9149 or 1-800-956-1023. 52 degrees in downtown Glasgow. Let's hear about the people that help make the birthday list possible. Ralphie's Fun Center. Then we'll talk about our Good as Gold honoree for today.
When was the last time you got your Ralphie on? What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lighting up the score in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
All right back here on WCLU, and we've got a couple birthdays here. Brennan, let us know what's going on over here.
All right, so we need to make a correction here. So,
correction. All
yes,
right.
so Kaylee Howard, do you have her on your birthday list today?
Yes, we do.
Okay, her birthday was actually Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah, so we've just had a mishap here.
There, all right. We'll take care of that.
Here.
Sorry about that.
Somewhat happens sometimes.
Happy belated birthday to Kaylee, by the way.
Right, but don't fret here because Brian Howard is 48 today.
Brian Howard.
Yeah, and Kaylee turned 21 on Tuesday. Brian is 48 today.
They had a little mishap there. So
that's right.
All right, Brian Howard, happy birthday to you here on this finally Friday, 7/27 right here. And once again, that birthday list brought to you by Ralphie's Fun Center here in Glasgow. Got, of course, some great birthday deals going, or not great birthday deals, but great fun deals all throughout our spring break. They always got fun deals going on. But one of those right now is they've had a daily deal every single day of the spring break this week. And finishing up here on our Friday, they have a very special deal to get out there and have some fun here on this little wet Friday we've got here in South Central Kentucky. Purchase a multi-activity wristband at Ralphie's, and you can add the following deal here for this Friday. You can buy a child's wristband for $17 at Ralphie's, and you get an adult wristband for only $6. Take the kids out, have a great Friday here, last day of spring break here in our WCLU listening area. 52 degrees in downtown Glasgow right now. Let's go ahead and talk about our Good as Gold honoree for today as well. And that is, once again, Heather Sells Souza. We had a very special note sent in to nominate Heather on here for this Good as Gold honoree for this Friday. She'll be turning 43 on Saturday, April the 6th, and her mother, Nancy St. Charles, thinks that she deserves that the honor of Person of the Day in Good as Gold here on WCLU, brought to you by Little Taste of Texas, and she loves being a caregiver for the elderly and is so gentle and kind with them. And so Heather Sells Souza, you are Good as Gold here on this Friday in Person of the Day here on the radio. If you see Heather around, pat her on the back and tell her so from her friends here at WCLU and a Little Taste of Texas. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get back through our 7 o'clock hour, leaning more towards some tidbit news coming around the bend here on our Finally Friday.
Good morning, friends. The progress of the church is sometimes blocked by stingy members. When trying to encourage some to give extra in order to fund a good work, an excuse is often heard that the church doesn't need such a thing. Once when a congregation was attempting to build a multi-purpose building, the preacher decided to visit some of those who opposed such a building in hopes of persuading them to change their minds. One of the men who opposed the new building was owner of a clothing store. When he was asked to give to support the new building, he immediately said, "Now, preacher, you know our church doesn't need 2 buildings." To this, the preacher replied, "Now, brother, if your principle is right, then you are the champion seller of things not needed. I stood right here in your store last week and saw you sell 2 hats to a man with only 1 head. Seriously now, friends, what is our reasoning for not giving to support the needed projects of God's church? Let's make sure we're not so stingy that we seek any excuse not to give." This has been Danny White for the Refuge Church of Christ.
Make this the year that you transition into spring fully prepared. When it comes to making your home and property look its best to have Mammoth Cave Transplants at your side. Come to Mammoth Cave Transplants and see greenhouse after greenhouse full of bedding plants, hanging plants, trees, shrubs, all of the lavish colors and full foliage plants ready to beautify the world around you. Have you always wanted to get a good start to your garden? Well, Janet Dennison and her staff enjoy helping people pick out the right gardening plants, supplies, and materials to make your green thumb the best yet. Mammoth Cave Transplants is easy to get to. We're at 5394 Brownsville Road, Highway 259 between Pig and Rhodey. You'll be impressed with the sprawling complex where spring gardening, landscaping, and beautification is well underway. Call us today at 270-597-2533. We are Kentucky proud and we'll be celebrating 25 years in business. We keep Kentucky growing.
The Empty Nest inside Pharmacy Express is full of goodies like new fall fashion jewelry, home decor for every room, artwork, and much more. Check out the Cindy bracelets and On Who jewelry, both with great causes. The Empty Nest also offers wedding and baby registry. Make sure to ask about their customer loyalty program. For every purchase at the Empty Nest, you earn double points to redeem for cash off your next purchase. You'll find the Empty Nest is not so empty inside Pharmacy Express on the corner of Cleveland Avenue and the Bypass in Glasgow.
Right back here on WCLU, Good Morning Live, 7:31 right now, 53 degrees in downtown Glasgow. In addition to the birthday list called in, thank you to everyone that's been very diligent in giving us our birthday wishes and calling us out. Make sure we get them correctly. We want to make sure we have the right birthday wishes where we need to have them. And so that's why we have very great people to call us up and let us know. Harold Wooten is celebrating a 55th birthday on Saturday, so happy birthday to Harold. Thank you for that caller for letting us know the birthday list and letting us know what additions we need to make to the birthday list, that is. And also coming up here on WCLU, we've of course got tidbit news around the corner, but we also need to hear about some community events going on here in South Central Kentucky, one of those being a chili supper sponsored by the Square and Compass Club of the Allen Lodge number 24 F&M on April 6th at 5 p.m. and till ? So you know it's going to be a good time. It's third floor of the U.S. Bank Building, located at 200 South Green Street in Glasgow. Soup, chili, cornbread, crackers, drink, and desserts. Adults are $5. Children under 12 get in for free. All these proceeds will be given to Kids Hope. So for a good cause, head out to a chili supper going on tomorrow night from 5 until whenever at 200 South Green Street, the U.S. Bank Building, third floor of the U.S. Bank Building. That is, once again, that's sponsored by the Square and Compass Club of Allen Lodge, number 24. 7:32 right now. Let's go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we'll see about the full community events calendar with our very own Jason Thomas.
You find yourself thinking about the future? Perhaps you are considering downsizing or purchasing your first home. Or maybe your family is growing and you need a bigger home. I'm Gay Parker, mortgage originator with Citizens First Bank. With my 40 years of experience helping homeowners in South Central Kentucky, I can find the best mortgage product for you, regardless of your stage of life. Stop in our Glasgow branch or apply online at citizensfirstbank.com. Citizens First, the best choice for the best mortgage loans.
NMLS number 419873. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All in subject to credit approval.
If you're going to improve your home and property by investing in a pool, doesn't it make sense to get it from somebody willing to put their name on it? Jeff Adams at Adams Pools and Supplies is ready to get the job started. Plus, they're having a spring sale to get you in the mood for fun in the sun. Right now, buy a Solstice 24-foot pool with a 20-year liner warranty and 30-year wall warranty. For a limited time, pay only $24.99. Bigger sizes at equally great prices. An 18 by 33 pool, $36.99. 15 by 30, $33.99. And a 27-foot pool, just $27.99. Adams Pools has local installers with decades of experience in installing pools. If it's an Adams pool, it comes with corrosion protection on all metal components using the most reliable coating in the industry. And of course, Adams Pools has everything you'll need after installation, like Vacuum-Seal non-chlorine chemicals. 270-866-2365. That's the number to call to get the ball rolling. 270-866-2365 on Grider Road in Russell Springs. No matter where you live in Southern Kentucky, let Adams Pools do the job right.
7:34 right here on WCLU, and right now still up to 53 degrees here in downtown Glasgow. You're listening to WCLU Good Morning Live. This is Aaron Russell in studio with you, and we've got a great audience all over the place here on this Friday morning. We've got a great amount of listeners and viewers, I guess, since it is video broadcast over on WCLU's Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Thank you to all those tuning in. We're also on EPB Channel 6 this morning and on the airwaves of Light 102.3 FM, 1490 AM, and 103.1 FM. Checking out some of the comments here on our Facebook feed this morning. Got a lot of good mornings. Good morning to all of you back. And one of those is from Rick Botts. Good morning from Gulf Shores. And I'm jealous because we don't get to be down there with Rick right now doing the show from Gulf Shores. That'd be pretty nice right now here, even though it is going to be a nice day after all here in South Central Kentucky. A great weekend as well lined up here for us. But for all those that got to travel for spring break this week, I hope you had a great time. And safe travels back home to all those out there listening here on this Friday morning. Now let's go ahead and finish up this break and check out your community events calendar. Jason Thomas is on the airwaves here in about 95 seconds.
Are you in the market for a new vehicle? Well, look no further than Hurt Auto Sales. He's got a lot full of great variety, low prices, quality, luxury, you name it, he's got it, and if he doesn't have it, he'll find it for you. It's Bobby Lee Hurt from Hurt Auto Sales. How are you, Bobby?
Doing great, Wes.
Of course, I know you've got a whole lot of vehicles to choose from on West Main Street in Glasgow. You're going to give us 4 today. What do you have, Bobby?
Got a 2014 Jeep 4-door, 4-wheel drive, unlimited, really nice ride, $27,900. A 2014 Ford Escape Titanium, loaded as well, pearl white, only $12,900. 2013 Toyota Corolla 4-door sedan, priced for only $9,900. And a 2012 Ford Fusion 4-door sedan, really good price for $3,900.
That is a really good price. It's a really good selection. That's what you've come to expect at Hurt Auto Sales on West Main Street in Glasgow, where the motto is, Bobby Lee,
no pain when you trade with Hurt.
Call 270-590-1181.
Basketball and friends. It's that time of the year, and it doesn't get any better. You can make each game of the NCAA tournament the perfect throwdown with supplies from Barren River Beverages. It's better than being courtside. Barren River Beverages has kegs, taps, and all types of party supplies. We're also cheering our 2nd anniversary here at Barren River Beverages with store-wide savings to celebrate. We love having you on our team at Barren River Beverages, seconds from the Cumberland Parkway on Highway 90 West Main in Glasgow. Still celebrating our trophy as the 2018 Best Liquor Store in Glasgow.
The church and community calendar for Friday, April 5th, a chili supper sponsored by the Square Compass Club of Allen Lodge 24 F&AM will be held tomorrow at 5 o'clock on the 3rd floor of the U.S. Bank Building in Glasgow. Menu will be soup, chili, cornbread, crackers, drinks, and desserts. The cost is $5. Children under 12 eat free. Proceeds will go toward Kids Hope. Cave City Proud is seeking photos and brief information on Cave City veterans of any era for a Veterans Tribute Wall. There will be a minimum of $5 donation required to defer expenses of frames and photo reproductions. Photos will not be returned. Send your photos to Cave City Proud, P.O. Box 45, Cave City, Kentucky 42127. For more information, contact Pat Hatcher at 270-773-4319 or Seaborn Elsie at 270-590-3022. A benefit singing will be held at the International Lighthouse Church in Campbellsville from 4 until 7 tomorrow. The Skipworth family will be the guest singers. There will be a bake sale. The cost is $5. The church is located at 99 Lighthouse Highway. Pastor is Anna Overstreet. She welcomes everyone. For more information, call 270-403-7975. There will be a doggy bone hunt on Sunday at the Jackie Browning Park in Glasgow with registration and photos beginning at 2 o'clock. Dogs must be on a leash, and the cost is $12 per dog, which includes a photo. Rain date is April 14th. For more information, call 651-7297. There will be a Caverna High School site-based decision-making council meeting on Monday in the high school library. That'll be at 4:30. Do you have a church community event coming up? We would like to know at 270-651-9149 or 1-800-956-1023. Log on to the website WCLUradio.com. I'm Jason Thomas for WCLU, your home for local.
7:39 here on WCLU. Good morning live here in the studios of WCLU. Right behind me is Mr. Brennan Crane, and he's shaking up a hat and he's wearing a jacket as well. And we are about ready to do tidbit news here in a minute, but for right now we have got some very important business to do, and that is the Little Taste of Texas dinner winner hat. We have 5 names in said hat of our 5 people that were persons of the day for this first week of April. And, well, we're going to be pulling one out and seeing who's got dinner at Little Taste for this Friday. We also have Lisa Bennett being added to the birthday list as well. I want to give a big happy birthday to Lisa Bennett here on Saturday, April the 6th. So happy birthday to Lisa on Saturday. But now, Brennan, have you got that hat shaken up?
I've got it, and I'm going to shake it up again.
All right, you got to shake it. Oh, don't lose any names now.
I'm making sure we got 5 names.
All right, we got 5 names in there. We'll be pulling one out here momentarily and seeing who's winning dinner.
They're jumping.
Jumping? All right. Are we ready?
I think we're ready.
Ready. Oh.
We got to throw that one back in.
Throw one back in there. Shake a little more.
Right, just grab one out of there.
Pull it out.
Who's the lucky one?
It is our winner from Monday. Yes, that's right, Vernie Hayden. That's right. Vernie Hayden, our winner from Monday, has got our Taste of Texas dinner here on this Finally Friday. She was good as gold on Monday, and now she's getting rewarded with a little taste of Texas on Friday. Congratulations to Vernie Hayden here today. Now, coming up here in just about 35 seconds, we'll be playing a little, or not playing, but
well, I guess
it's a little fun and play, but very serious news. Not really. Tidbit News is up next here on Light FM and all the other places. Sorry.
Ugh, why is this thing so slow?
Is your slow computer frustrating, but you don't want to pay the money for a new one? Well, check this out.
Hi, I'm Chris from Apollo PC. Nothing runs better than a new computer. Our refurbished models are practically good as new. Right now, get a complete computer system with monitor, keyboard, mouse, and speakers running Windows 7 for only $300. Or if you prefer a laptop, we have fully refurbished models for only $250. And we wouldn't put the Apollo name on it if they weren't top-notch.
Search faster with Apollo PC. Chain Drive in Glasgow next to Sweetheart Bakery.
Right back here on WCLU 741. Brendan's just messing with me. I'm used to saying Light FM through the afternoons, but we're everywhere this morning, and we are ready to listen in.
From the north, south, east, west, NEWS, here's the latest news.
Around the globe, up the street, looking in every corner for some tidbit news here on our Friday morning. 742, 53 degrees. Brendan Crane joins me.
That's me.
Yeah. Good morning, Brendan. How are you?
Good morning. Well, doing good. Just a little shaky after shaking up the hat.
Oh, yeah. He's still shaking over there, getting ready for it. And
that's right.
Doing a great job of shaking our hat and getting ready to give a winner for some Taste of Texas dinner winner. Now, for tidbit news today, I've got several good stories. We'll start at the random and go to the sweet at the end.
Sounds good.
We've got a sweet story to end off today, but hopefully this will reload. But our headline is this. The Battle of the Matthew McKays is going on in Canada here today. Voters on a small Canadian island face an unusual choice when they cast their ballot in the upcoming provincial election going on. The election in Prince Edward Island to the east of the Canadian mainland is set for the 23rd of April, and in the district of Kensington-Malpeque, one Matthew McKay is being challenged by Matthew McKay. We have two. The incumbent Matthew McKay, who represents the Progressive Conservatives, is 37 and works as a real estate agent, and he told Canada's CTV News that the strange situation was the talk of the community. His opponent is a 64-year-old challenger that has offered to use his middle initial, meaning that his name would appear Matthew J. McKay in the election to tell. Matthew J., who is standing for the Green Party, said that the island's Scottish settlers were the party responsible for the problem of the duplicate names. So we have the Battle of Matthew McKays. I want to see which Matthew McKay wins, honestly, in that one. I've never had a situation like that. I never heard, of two people having the exact same name, running for the same thing.
Well, not necessarily that, but I do recall that news, and maybe it was earlier this year, the gentleman who wanted to change his name, was it to Donald Trump?
They called him Trump.
They called him Trump.
Yeah, that was here in Kentucky, wasn't it?
I think, well, probably. It's highly likely.
I think it was governor race, wasn't it? Or
I don't know if it was that. I'm not too sure, but the point of that is...
his nickname was Trump, and he wanted to put Trump on the ballot. He wanted it to say like Trump Johnson or whatever his name was. Right. So I remember that. Yeah, that's a neat, weird story. He got shot down too, didn't he?
Ultimately, yes. Ultimately. Could you just imagine? Good morning. It's a good morning, Trump Russell and Trump Crane here.
Yeah. It's like that
wouldn't fit.
A weird story. And so the Matthew McKays, we'll tune back in on the 24th of April and see
who wins
and see which Matthew McKay wins. But I figure it will be Matthew McKay. So
ultimately, I guarantee it.
All right. Next story. This one coming from UPI with, of course, weird animal news as always. Here, it seems like a staple whenever I do tidbit news.
Yes.
And weird animal news makes for great just great, funny stories.
And I want to say really quick,
Yes.
and not off topic, but yes, we found out that moose are great swimmers. If you're listening in earlier this week.
Yes, that was Wednesday morning, right?
Yes, we had
filled
this,
in
yeah.
7 o'clock hour, and we talked about a moose floating on a sheet of ice. Well, not a sheet of ice, but like an iceberg.
Yeah,
kinda
something
deal.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, down the Missouri River, and we were concerned about whether or not moose could swim very well, if they would be able to make it, if they were to fall off,
right?
And if the moose was going to be okay. And thankful to our great listeners out there for letting us know that the moose can swim.
Yep, moose are great swimmers.
And multiple moose is just called moose.
That's right.
Or
Well,
a herd of moose, pack moose. I don't know.
Well, we're not sure.
Gang.
But what's on the list today? I mean, like I said, I didn't want to get off too topic with that.
All right. Yeah. Coming up next here on Tidbit News, it is police use bread rolls to corral an escaped pig. I figured this
that would work for me.
That would work for both of us. Police in Massachusetts, there we go, I want to say Manhattan for some reason, used bread rolls, they used the wrong rolls there, to coax an escaped pig running loose in the streets to return it to its pen. The Orleans Police Department in Massachusetts shared video of officers using the local popular bulky rolls to lure the pig off of the streets and back to its home. Police said the pig was returned to its pen safely and without injury. And here's the great part is the police's little press release they put out on Facebook says, "What did the pig say when he crossed the road?" Well, he didn't say anything, actually. Not even a snort or a grunt. That's what.
Yeah, I like that. If I got that press release.
Yeah, exactly. We'd air it. Yeah,
exactly.
In a heartbeat.
I know I would.
So we have pigs on the loose. I think you can just corral just about anything into a pen with some bread rolls.
Exactly. I mean, like I said, even me. I mean,
yeah,
that would be my weakness. Some hot buttered rolls.
That's how you trap people, I guess.
Right. Yeah.
It's like the box with the stick on it
and then it just falls
like
over.
Yeah.
Except you just get into a bread comb and then it's just
exactly.
Oh,
You're
wow.
fine with it.
That's right.
All right, here is a little bit of a weird story. Venue's pickleball paddle, dubbed the world's largest. An Iowa entertainment venue announced that its 150-pound pickleball paddle has been certified as the world's largest by Guinness World Records. And here, let me try to pull this picture up, and I'll try for a minute, but we'll get back to it. That it's Smash Park in Iowa is the person that are the people that created this 150-pound pickleball paddle, and it's huge. It's like half of a pickleball court. It takes up an entire side of the court, and just weird. Like, it's weird that people just feel the need to make large objects.
Yeah, well, and we're home here in Kentucky to making. I mean, you think of Texas as being everything large, but we're home to the largest bat.
Yes, we are. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that's true or not, but I will say, I mean, if you
there it is.
Yeah, if you've never seen the Louisville Slugger bat, it's pretty big, and then that is in a huge pickleball. What'd you call that? A paddle, I guess.
Yeah, pickleball paddle.
Yeah, pickleball paddle. There we go.
Do you remember having to play pickleball?
I do.
Too.
It was actually kind of fun, to be honest.
I enjoyed it.
It was better than the aerobics unit, the burpees.
Much better than running the mile, I will say.
Well, I never run the whole thing. Just run maybe 2 minutes and then walk the rest.
You get the effort grade in there, and it works okay, doesn't it? But yes,
right.
There's a normal pickleball paddle right there, if you can see my mouse cursor, to just for scale of how huge this pickleball paddle really is. It seems unfair. You'd almost need two people to hold the thing, and then you'd have to, swing in motion. It'd be almost like canoeing.
Well, you said it was how heavy?
150 pounds.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, one person could obviously hold that if they wanted to, but yeah, I couldn't imagine.
No.
You would definitely be able to hit the ball. We'll put it that way.
It's just odd that you got to make it like that. All of us in America just look at something and go, I want to make the world's largest of that.
Right. Well, you always see
random things.
And I know we have already talked about food, but we'll talk more about food. Making large things of food, you always see these large cakes, large donuts, large burgers. I mean, Hey, wrong cam.
Wrong one.
But
This is not
anyway,
in the studio.
that's right. But yeah, so making everything big.
Yeah.
Except when it's at a nice place, and it's like, well, we'll make everything as small as we can.
Yeah, exactly. And our last story today, we've had giant pickleballs, we've had pigs on the loose with rolls, and what was our first story today?
And
we
this
had the
is,
Matthew McKay battle.
This is funny because Henry the other day was talking about a 200-some-pound pig in the lap of an owner.
I remember that story. Yes, he was talking about it with Bobby on the air. I heard that. Yes.
So the police pulled this guy over, and the pig's sitting in his lap. So we have the pig story in connection. We have the roll. Well,
pig and rolls.
Well, rolls are between you and me, we love rolls. So, but yeah, there's just a lot of connections here on this tidbit today.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty good.
Talking about the moose. But for our last story today, we have a North Carolina couple celebrating their 82nd wedding anniversary.
Well, isn't that nice?
Yes.
That's wonderful.
A 103-year-old man, 100-year-old woman celebrated their 82nd wedding anniversary with family and friends in North Carolina. D.W. Williams, 103, and Willie Williams, 100, celebrating 82 years of marriage at a party thrown for them by their daughter and granddaughter, B.J. Williams Green, at First Mayfield Memorial Baptist Church in Charlotte, North Carolina. To see them at this age and still doing well, it's just a blessing to have them here, Williams Green told WSOC-TV. The couple, who both celebrated their birthdays in March, said that they don't really have any real secrets to long life and lasting love, and the couple says, I don't have no secret for that. Just be nice to each other is what they say. Just be nice to each other. That's the trick.
That's right. Well, that's an impressive amount of years to be married.
82nd.
I mean, a lot of people are fortunate.
If that was
to
on
live
our
that
birthday
long.
list, that would just takes us aback.
Oh, that ultimately, they would be the person of the day the whole week.
Oh, exactly. I'd give it to him the month, honestly.
No, I mean that's a possibility.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know. We don't see a lot of marriages lasting that long nowadays. But yeah, that's pretty cool.
But you just don't see 82 years together, and they're both over 100, both centenarians.
Right.
And so congratulations to that wonderful couple out in North Carolina celebrating 82 years of marriage. 7:52, that rounds out Tidbit News for today. We've had the battle of the Matthew McKays. We've talked about some pigs on the loose, and we need some bread rolls to get them in there.
That's
King's
right.
Hawaiian, maybe that'll get them in there. But
That's right. Well, and I think this will be the perfect time to, again, do a little shout-out to our Facebook Live viewers, too.
Definitely.
Because Tidbit's sort of our laid-back time here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We've got Jenna Wilkinson-Pace watching, Sharon Peterson, Eddie Shirley, Del Copus, Wendy Pierce-White, Jenny Wilson, looking from San Antonio. I think you mentioned that earlier.
Yes.
Willie Ramey, Terry Pruitt, Rick Botts, Peggy Pointer. So good morning to everyone here from Glasgow. So we're glad you're able to tune in and watch, because I know Aaron and I aren't as good as Henry sometimes.
Yeah, definitely.
But hey, we're trying.
We certainly are. 7:53 right now. Thank you for joining me for Tidbit News. Mr. Brennan Crane will take our last break, and we'll see about your weather forecast and round out your 7 o'clock hour right here on WCLU. Good Morning Live.
Hack Whitty, Marita Whitty Lyle, David Whitty, Becky Lyle, names that have been trusted in this community for quality auto repairs for 46 years. Names you can continue to trust for many years to come. At Whitty's Complete Car Care, they specialize in all your car repair needs, including brakes, tune-ups, and diagnostics. And you won't believe their amazing tire prices. If you're ever in need of towing or unlocking service, Jeff is ready and waiting 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Whitty's Complete Car Care on Rogers Road in Glasgow, 46 years and counting.
At Hardee's, we love to surprise people. Not like getting summoned to jury duty or mistaking your backpack for a parachute. Our surprises are good, like adding our delicious loaded omelet biscuit to our 2 for $4 mix and match deal. Choose between our loaded omelet biscuit, our tasty Frisco breakfast sandwich, our bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, or our savory sausage and egg biscuit. Get any 2 for $4. It's the best kind of surprise. I mean, it's no pulling into a paid parking meter, but it's a close second.
Hardee's, because it tastes better.
Offer available for a limited time during regular breakfast hours at participating Hardee's restaurants. Price and participation may vary. Tax not included.
Hello, I'm Anthony Myatt. Thanks for calling. How can I help you?
I need life insurance, but it's so complicated.
It can be. As a Modern Woodman agent, I'm trained to design the best plan for you.
Great. Thanks a lot. I'm so glad I called you.
Call me anytime at 427-6807.
Get to know your local Modern Woodman representative to plan for your financial future and learn about valuable member benefits.
Modern Woodmen of America. Touching lives, securing futures. Securities offered through MWA Financial Services, Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary of Modern Woodmen of America.
Barron County Business Supply. For all your home office, business, and school supply needs. They've just received another truckload of high-quality scratch and dent furniture at incredible savings. Chairs, desks, cabinets, more savings and more selection from Barron County Business Supply. Free next-day delivery to anywhere in South Central Kentucky. There's several ways to place your order. Visit their website online at bcbsupply.com. Call toll-free at 1-866-9-BARRON. Barron County Business Supply, the area's #1 supplier of office products.
Showers from overnight continuing to push away. I don't think we'll see much left here as we head on through the morning hours. We'll have milder weather come in as we look ahead toward the tail end of the upcoming weekend also, and probably stay mild here with thunderstorms back out of the forecast, so it's got a look and a feel and a sound like springtime. It's supposed to, though, right? So low 70s yesterday, replaced by about 70 degrees today. May see a lingering shower early, most of us dry. Cloudy into the afternoon. And a good night for your Friday night out. Mainly cloudy but dry. And then overnight 52. Tomorrow mix of clouds and sun early. Clouds on the increase later. 73. Thunderstorms come in Sunday, highs upper 70s. More scattered storms Monday, low 70s. Mix of clouds and sunshine Tuesday with highs in the mid 70s. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic from a Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Right back here on WCLU, Good Morning Live. It is currently 7:56 right here on WCLU. Thank you for tuning in, folks. Checking up on our current conditions real quick before we get on out of here for the 7 o'clock hour. Humidity currently at 97%. Calm winds here in South Central Kentucky. Barometers at 30.03 this morning. Rainfall 30.36 inches in the rain bucket here on our Friday morning. Closing out our 7 o'clock hour right here on WCLU with a little Tom Petty. Have a great rest of your day, folks. To our Facebook and YouTube, Twitter listening audience, have a great one. Have a great weekend. We'll talk